Hello, my mimics, and welcome back to the Mimic Commentary, episode 89. Last episode we left off, we talked to Melina, we did Two Fingers, Gideon, Enya, Hyetta, talked about my problems, talked about madness, and look at this, Grace does want us to go this way. Grace wants us to be here, too. Last episode I also picked up an Ash of War and talk about it. Ice Spear. Spear of Ice. Ice magic is now tied to the Carians. What else do we have? What that was ice? Oh, the frozen ice. The frozen ice. Actually, you know what? Let's put that on a weapon so I could show you it. The frozen ice balls in the underground and ice lightning from the Dragonkin of Noxtella. Let's do this guy. Oh, you know what? Let's put it on this weapon. Cold. Yeah, let's equip our cold. Let's look at it. Does a Karen thing. That's cool. Cool. Because it's cold. Oh, I have to read it again. Skill of the warriors who served Lunar Princess Ranni. Spin Armament, Rose, Cold Magic, then channel into the piercing Spear of Ice. Alright, so Ranni is tied to ice magic. So when we think ice magic, gotta think Ranni. This has Hoarfrost Stomp. But this is from a scale of a dragon, so an ice dragon. So Ranni has ties to ice dragons. Ranni, speaking of ice dragons, our Halberd, Dragon Halberd, Spinning Slash, does both ice and lightning. Comes from the sky. So Ranni is tied to all that jazz. All of that jazz. She's tied up in the eternal plot too. Hey, Hyetta, what are you doing here? Before we talk, what do we have here? Centipedes. Praise the bug. These are vermin in Bloodborne. Vermin are the impurities of men, and people who see them want to squash them out. But we know that this is for Golden Order fundamentalists. Interesting that they're behind her and not by Radagon's statue. This seems to be a sign. Thinking Golden Order fundamentalists, thinking D Hunter dead, thinking Radagon, being posed right next to Hyetta. Hyetta is now at Radagon's statue. Radagon was at the Church of Pilgrimage, and Hyetta is making a pilgrimage. This is our third Golden Order fundamentalist Radagon statue, or Starcaller statues. Hyetta is on this pilgrimage to the Golden Light. We're following Grace, and it looks like so is she, but in her own way. And Radagon has the tears, the sacred tears, same tears as Marika. Worshipped in churches all across the land. These tears are spreading the faith. These are put here later, actually. This should be put here later, these statues. Or when were these statues made? Were they made at the same time or different times? I don't know. Is the Radagon statue and the Marika statue, when were those statues made? These statues, like the Marika crucifixion statue, Marika is imprisoned inside the Erd Tree, showing crucifixion. Radagon is the cross. Marika's crucified. They're both shedding the same tears. This is Radagon as the Elden Lord and a Golden Order fundamentalist. And the statues of Marika, the stakes of Marika are different, age. We're not going this way yet. I just want to take a peek down here. I guess there was a basement to the church. Oh, nomadic merchant. You know what? Let's just see what he has, and then we'll talk to Hyetta.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
What are you boying? Oh, sweet rune arcs. Those are good. Okay. Oh, and he has bewitching branches. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. All right. Let's buy these rune arcs. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. Bone Great Arrow. Composite bow. Do I have this already? Bow composite of mixed materials. Demands high attributes. Tricky to wield, but is fearsome tool. Master. Let's buy that. He's immunizing stuff. Makes sense for a nomad. The frickin' bewitching branches. He's selling bewitching branches behind Bellum Church, behind Radagon, Caria Manor. The full moon is bewitching. What the hell's going on with this guy? This frickin' kid. I swear to God. I don't even know he was a kid. Frickin' and the hell is going on? And his lilies look like Trina's lilies, which are found in the Eternal City, in and around the Eternal City, does sleep, so does Renna. And the imitation crabs, gotta get to the healing tree, the bewitching branches, holy crap. And we had the bewitching branches as our starting gift. Alright, what the hell is Mikola up to? What does Mikola have to do with all this stuff? I know. Well, we're gonna buy a bewitching branch, and we're gonna buy the Rift Shield. A small metal round shield depicting a sinister rift. An antiquated charm that glares back at an enemy. Boosts focus. We'll talk about this more later when we have something to compare it to. Blue Crest Heater Shield. Blue Crest, Ranala. Carians. The crest represents a forest and a river. Let's look at that.
Done? Well.
Yeah, I'm done. Okay, yeah. That reminds me, the shield reminds me, it's an old one. Oh, it's same shape as these. So these are all probably similar time period. Forest and a river, Liurnia. The beast, Sarash. The inverted hawk heater shield is the company of slaves ordered to explore the Eternal Cities. These are slaves, part of probably Limgrave. Slaves of the Hawks. When were they sent to explore the Eternal Cities? We don't know who sent them. Could be very old. We don't know when those slaves were sent. Based on the shields, though, maybe it's antiquated, just like how this is antiquated too. These seem like very antiquated shields. They're just heater shields with paint on them. All right, Hyetta, what's going on?
Oh, hello. Is that you over there? Have you ever heard of fingerprint grapes?
Yes.
They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped
Oh.
with different fingers.
Ooh, different types of
I'd
fingers.
really love to try one. The distant light seems far closer than before, but I can't sense a thing from the usual grapes anymore. Please, could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
Uh-oh.
They're special grapes which only grow on those who've been clasped.
She's getting a little more frantic.
Could you donate a fingerprint grape to me? Without one, I don't know. I feel like I might go mad.
Okay. This is that drug analogy again. It looks like the fingerprint grapes are addictive, and if you can't keep up with the addiction, you are gonna go crazy. So these are allied with Ranala. You guys have a hey, stop hurting my horse. You guys got a pack together. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this until I clear out the camp. Yeah, okay. They do not want me going to Dectus. What's up this way? I guess this is the way to get around there. Oh, there's also statues we have to look at. Excellent. Very cool lore theorizing for us to do. I guess we're taking the cuckoos from the back end. Oh, and we can summon. Ooh. I could summon Latenna. How far up does this go? Oh, it goes all the way up. Goes all the way up. Nothing can stop me. All right, Latenna. Let me give you one of these just in case somebody bothers you. All right, the cuckoos. Yeah, they're guarding Dectus. They do not want people going into Liurnia. Who do they not want going into Liurnia? I guess this goes to show it's the academy is aligned with they're aligned with the capital. Yeah, I think that shows that they're aligned with the capital, and they're working together. And then maybe it was the capital that was working against Ranala, like to trap her in there. And if it's even if it's part of Marika's plan, like she needs to be trapped in the capital, so our Tarnished can get her Great Rune, and Ranni's protecting her and all that. And I think I sent her too far. Oh, wait, do I hear a scarab? Yes. Oh, it's just a cerulean scarab. It's because all the wizards here and the Glintstone guys are taking wizard craps and they're getting the cerulean dust all over it. So we're looking for a... We're looking for a, what do we call it? A fingerprint grape. Someone who's been classed by the burnt fingers. So we haven't seen burnt fingers. So there's a different set of fingers, most likely the maddening 3 fingers with their flame of frenzy. Moon, star, sun. Great mace. Night killers. What do we have about the great mace? Huge weapon with sharp protrusions and a large version of a smaller cousin. Don't do that. You punk, get out of here. Maintains all the advantages of smaller bludgeons, boasting few differences while being very capable of breaking enemy guards. Sansa's shoe choice for simple slugging matches makes us think of our Hammer Talisman for the Night Killers. Whose knights are they trying to kill? Most likely the Carian Knights. We'll inspect all this stuff in a moment, but let's clear out this camp. You know, if only I had the double jump from Night Rain to jump on this guy. Oh, Lieutenant can still hit them. Hell yeah. I don't think I upgraded her, though, so she's not doing the damage she should be doing. Well, there's a Stake America here, though, so that's good. Oh! Sorry, guy. Ooh. Oh, I said I was supposed to farm these guys. I never farmed them. I guess I'll have to farm this whole thing again, so we can talk about the Cuckoo Knights. Oh, no! Oh, no! I guess they also have the technology of the Fire Monks. I think we already confirmed that. Okay. God, it's a shame that I... Oh, no. Oh, no, the catapults are still coming. God, goodness gracious, I want to talk about this stuff. I missed. No, I didn't. Oh, what did we get? Yes! Oh, excellent. Excellent drop. Excellent drop. I don't remember who commented this, but I got something cool to show you. Oh, Foot Soldier Tabard. Is that a new one? Yeah, I don't have that yet, but it's nothing crazy. What type of... That is just a cerulean scarab to give us more health. Anything down there? I guess we'll go that way to wrap around, and then we'll come back up and start looking at our stuff. Anything else here? I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. So let's go down this path. We also have to read the Swordstone Monument. Oh, let's check if there was anything over here. Oh, what is that? There's a Red Wolf of Radigan over there, hanging out in a graveyard. Crazy that you could see him from here. It's kind of, and it's interesting that the Red Scarab kind of brought us to hearing that. He's not going to give us anything except our flasks, but it's interesting nonetheless that because this Scarab was here, it lured me to come down here just to be able to see the Red Wolf from this distance. This is where that waterfall is, but you can't really see it yet. But yeah, that's interesting. Another Red Wolf. And that's Caria Manor, so the Red Wolf is hanging out there, too. Also, giant land squirts. They must be eating a lot of poison. Remember, they need, to summon the spirits, you need to use health to sacrifice. Oh, here we go. This is excellent. What does this guy have? A rune arc. Cool. All right. Big bugs. Bugs. These are bigger than normal. These guys look pretty big. They are used to sop up poison. Okay. I think you're our last guy, right? Oh, and you're hiding. Excellent. Good for you. Okay. Golden flowers around the Swordstone Monument. And this one is for the First Liurnian War. Radigan's glory burns as red as his hair. And this is Bellum Highway. I think Bellum means war. Radigan has a church here, honoring, I guess, maybe this is the Bellum Church, so this is the War Church. It is a church honoring the First War of Liurnia, perhaps all the soldiers who died during it, during the First War, and eventually it leading to the marriage of Radigan and Renala. We will... Oh gosh, I do need a farm after this. I guess next non-episode will be me farming all these guys. So let's look at the path, but I guess before we do that, let's equip these shields. So this is pretty cool. We're talking about shields that are kind of similar, shaped the same. Both of these shields require... both of these shields require the same amount of strength. They're shaped the same as well. Yeah, nearly exactly the same, except there's just different, like, embellishings on it. So at the top we have it's the 8-pointed star. We don't know what that symbol means yet. We haven't been told information on what it is, but we've seen it on a lot of the cuckoo armor. Unfortunately, don't have any cuckoo armor yet, so I can't refer to what it says. Then we have the cuckoo bird, and we have a lot of stuff streaming from it. Maybe it's water, maybe it's light. But this is a star on this shield, and on this shield we have the eclipse, and the sun is a star, blocked by the moon. So we have, let's read the description for the Cuckoo Great Shield. Metal Great Shield painted with appearing cuckoo, carried by the enchanted knights sworn to the Academy. Sworn to the Academy, not Renala, not Karya. Boasts high damage magnification. This shield is used to hunt down mages, very similar to the Salians who also hunt mages. Our enemy is none other than Karya itself. So the Academy's enemy is Karya. We knew that. But it's interesting that the eclipsed sun is a sun blocked by the moon. An eclipsed sun is a sun and eclipse blocked by the moon. And here is a star, not blocked by anything. And the star is above all else. It's above the cuckoo. So the star is like guiding the cuckoo. And in this one, the star is blocked by the moon. The eclipsed sun, drain of color, is a protective star of soulless demigods that aids the Mausolean Knights by keeping destined death at bay. Which is also interesting because it was Ranni the Witch who orchestrated the Night of Black Knives about stealing destined death. This seems like it's in direct opposition to what the sorcerers want and the Academy. So there's totally a Sunrealm legacy between the Cuckoos and the Academy and the Eclipse Shield. There's a tie between them. And it seems that this eclipse of the sun is something that they're not happy with. Then this is, I think, our first time seeing this statue outside of the Round Table Hold. And what's interesting here is that the Round Table Hold statue, the flowers... Oh, no, we've seen it. We saw it in the church in Stormvale Castle. It doesn't have any gold. And it looks like someone who's burned. I don't know who brought this up to me, but this looks like someone whose flesh has been burned and they're tending to the growing tree. Actually, the tree that's coming around them, let's look at that. That's very similar to... How far is the church? It's right here. Okay, good. We can actually compare this pretty well. So Radigan has these branches coming up around him. And he has the image of order behind him. But the Golden Order fundamentalists, by looking at their spells, they are not worshipping the Erd Tree. They are looking towards the Elden Ring specifically. Similar branches, but there's flowers coming out of here too. But when we look at Radigan's icon, there's flowers coming out of him. So this burned person tending to these flowers is evoking Radigan in some way. Burned and bodiless is Melina is searching for her purpose to figure out why she is burned and bodiless, right? She says burned. What does she say? Yeah, she's searching for her purpose given to her mother inside the Erd Tree for the reason that she still lives burned and bodiless as a spirit. She's trying to figure out, why am I a spirit? Why am I burned and bodiless? What's going on here? I don't get it. Hey, while we're here, let's see if I can get their items. Because there's a lot of them. Let's pop a pickle. Woo! And we got Oleg. maybe while we're fighting them, I guess, what could that mean for Radigan? What's being evoked by the tender of the tender of the bud, the tender of the tree, and that it's on the path towards the academy, or the path from the academy towards the capital. To me, I'm getting this should mean these were built after the war in Liurnia. They're showing the an alliance between the moon and the tree, the person tending the tree, but it's not. I don't think that person who's burned is supposed to be Radigan. I mean, Radigan is whoa, Oleg coming from the top rope. Radigan is, symbolized by nothing fancy about the partisan. Radigan is symbolized by his red hair, and that person is burned with no hair. But it could be Melina. If Melina is Marika, is that representing her? Oh, there's a lot of Cuckoo Knights. They're everywhere. I guess it's going to be easy to farm these guys. Was there one right here? I thought I just saw a guy walking over here. There was. The problem is going to be having enough... Oh, wow. Another shield on the Cuckoo Knight Greaves. Greaves worn. Time is yet to dull their luster. What has the other ones? Okay, wait. Time is yet to dull their luster, time is yet to dull their luster, time is yet to dull their luster. Okay. So very similar, but we want something better. We want their tabards. We want their tabards and their helmets, because the helmets have the feathers, and then the tabard has the symbols on there. There is another statue on the highway that we should be looking at. Now, this is all the... as in the last episode, I was talking about, like... what's George R. R. Martin and what is Miyazaki. So in this, the symbol of the star and the cuckoo bird, I would say that is Miyazaki. But the relationship between the Cuckoo Knights, the Academy, Rennala, the statue, when this statue was built, what this statue symbolizes and what it means, that is Miyazaki. When it was built and who built it, that I think is George R. R. Martin. Then we get, this is a new statue. I don't think we've seen this one before. A woman with a spear, with the tree growing around her. I think that's supposed to be evoking Marika as the conqueror. She is the conqueror who conquered Liurnia. I mean, she didn't, she married, but she didn't conquer Liurnia, but she is still a conqueror because of the giant wars and what goes on in Limgrave, and the Sun Realm is hers now. This is, I'm getting, the tree conqueror. She's the conqueror of the tree. She's the warrior queen. Marika fits a lot of roles. She's essentially like, when we talk about like the god of rot was sealed away and the flame god was sealed away, she is essentially replacing these gods, and she's becoming all of them. The polytheism is being replaced with monotheism, and she is taking the role of all of the gods together. We'll look at that in a second. Let's go this way. Over here is one of my favorite levels. A lot of good lore over there when we get to it. But this is another indication. This is our Black Stone civilization. But first, let's find if we see any lilies or arterial leaves. Oh, we got bats. And is this smithing stone? Somber smithing stones. Sorry, bat boys. Woo! I mean magic. Oh no. Alright. Somber Smithing Stone 3. Is this giving us a hint about some mimicry going on over here? But here we go. Blackstone Civilization. now we're getting confirmation. Not only is the water that is running through Limgrave and beneath the world built by this civilization, all the water in Liurnia is built by them too. So Liurnia of the Lakes is only Liurnia of the Lakes because of this civilization who built the lands between, because the lands between is artificial. It's totally artificial. Look at this. This is huge. This is massive, bigger than we've seen before. It's very hard to see over here. But we'll inspect that more and do more theorizing about that when we get to it after Caelid. So it's going to be a while before we get to that. Now this too, when was this built? So the color of the statues and the color of the the buildings are different. So look, we have these, like, the statue of the warrior Marika is newer than these pillars. The statues of the Erd Tree Knights, very similar, and that knight too. This also found in the Chapel of Anticipation. These guys are found in the oh fuck, is that lilies? Oh sorry, I shouldn't swear. is newer than the rest of this. But this has all tree iconography. It has tree symbolism. And it's part of the High Road, which is Sunrealm Farum Azula. So what's going on here? Well, it looks like Marika didn't... It looks like the Sunrealm may have controlled the Erd Tree. We're seeing, I think, an erasure of history in this way, where they're trying to make you think that this was built by Marika and the tree has always been hers, but I don't think that's the case based on, this is the path towards the tree. So even though the Beastmen and Farum are all the way in Caelid, and this could be where their capital is, where their Sky Temple exploded and the pieces fell everywhere, they still have control over the tree in their vast empire. Oh yeah, you see, there we go, dragon wound grease. When the dragons were born from their ancient kin, they lost their stone scales, which can now be used to cause more harm. So it's telling us, yeah, this is Sunrealm stuff. Ancient dragons used to own this, I think. But it's being replaced by these statues. You can even see the statues they're on pedestals that don't fit in this area. This is a show of force. This is mine now. And we can kind of see it in here. The tree roots are really coming down. Yeah, this is built extra. We'll look at this in a moment. Yeah, look at this. All Sunrealm stuff. Look at this. The flower motif, the sunflower motif. This is the grand lift. These statues, though, are these newer or older? Well, these look like they're built... The Tree Knights. This guy... This looks more like the Erd Tree Sentinel that we fought at the very beginning in Limgrave, who had the golden halberd, wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels. And they have Knights of the Capital from Antiquity to honor the Erd Tree. These knights look much different than those knights and that knight. So this is newer. These are older. These are Knights of the Tree. That's what I'm getting at. And then on this side, all Sunrealm. We're seeing all the Sunrealm stuff. More tree. This looks like a newer tree, maybe? It's a different type of tree than the other symbol. And then here we have, this is similar to the guy, the priest-looking guy at the Church of the Cuckoo, but he has a crescent moon at the top with the flowers going on. So maybe these are newer, or it could be showing this is the Academy. The Academy and the tree are an alliance. Oh, is this lilies? Flowers, like a cornucopia maybe kind of ordeal. But those are definitely newer. These, I don't know how old these are, but this person is a man, so not Renala. we haven't seen anyone wearing this stuff, so they're different. Maybe a different progenitor of the... Maybe the ruler of the academy before the Carians. Even though there's staff up there, it looks crescent-like, but I can't really see it that well because the lift is, like, so close. But yeah, this is giving me the Sun Realm crafted this, or maybe a culture older than the Sun Realm. But the road is Sun Realm. It's High Road, so it's older. But it's been taken over. All right, what do you have to say? Is there somewhere? It's there somewhere. That's what he said. Another path leading back to the foot of the Erd Tree. An ancient tunnel. It's old. Yeah, okay, we know. A lot of hints to tell you how to get out there. And let's rest at this site of grace. Oh, hey. Talk to Melina. I want to be able to level... Can I level up? No, I need 18. Not worth using these. Okay. I always say that I like to keep a sacred tier, so I'm going to keep it because we've been doing okay so far. Okay, let's talk to Melina.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Yes, okay. All right. Let's see what she has to say. So this is an echo of Marika. This is by coming here, since there was Grace here, Grace coming out of these roots, which kind of looks like the face of the old one, which kind of looks like humanity sprites, but gold. We're getting a memory of Marika. This is from Marika. Now, this is also the Bellum Highway, the Gold Road, coming from the Erd Tree towards the capital.
In Marika's own words, the Erd Tree governs all. The choice is thine. Become one with the Order, or divest thyself of it, to wallow at the fringes, a powerless upstart.
Okay, so since this is the first Liurnian War, this is Marika speaking to most likely Queen Rennala. Roger talks about, let me see where he said it. He talks about, one moment. The battle art you learn is the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rylocaria to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it, that the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is important now more than ever. So, the Order can absorb new things. Things can be put into the Order. Carian astrology withered under the vine under the Golden Order. The Order, not the Erd Tree. Under the Golden Order, not the Erd Tree. So Marika says to most likely Rennala, who is this new queen who took over the academy, who bewitched it with her lunar magic, she says, listen, girl. I know you think the moon rules everything, but it's actually the Erd Tree that governs anything. It is not your moon in the sky, it is the tree on Earth. Now, the moon's older than the tree. I mean, just thinking about science, just thinking about how worlds are formed. Whatever happens on Earth, the moon doesn't care that much. We do have a cooperative relationship with the moon because of our gravitational pulls between each other. We keep each other in check. But like life wouldn't have evolved on Earth without the moon, without the tides being pulled in certain ways. Humanity wouldn't have developed, probably would not have evolved to be able to think the way that we do without the moon. Life may have not been able to evolve on Earth at all without the moon's gravitational pull, without its rotation around our planet and our rotation around the sun. Without the moon, life may not exist on Earth. let's say life can exist on Earth and it can evolve into humans. Let's say that it can. Well, the moon, as we talked about in the debate parlor episode, the moon is what gave humanity the ability to start thinking ahead by using their deduction of seeing how the moon was changing through phases to be able to develop calendars that are thousands of years old. Before writing, the moon has been was used to be able to think ahead, to be able to know, okay, well, after 13 moons, we're going to be at the beginning again. And on the fourth moon, this is when the fish, the salmon are going to lay their eggs. And that's when we should start eating. And then on the sixth moon, we should start maybe, hoarding our resources, because by the eighth moon, it's going to get cold. Like, they could start developing these ideas. Because of the moon. So humanity's evolution is like guided by the moon. Not to mention, culture has been guided by the moon because there were so many religions based around the moon. If we think about ancient Babylon and ancient Mesopotamia, in the book that I read, Our Moon, they talk about how some of the greatest and most influential, and maybe some of the worst leaders in Mesopotamia, they were moon worshippers, and it was like their their conflict with newly developing like Christianity that caused like the fall of like, the Babylonian Empire, and then the rise of like the Roman Empire and like Christianity and stuff like that. Like, there's a point in history where moon worship and monotheistic, like, there's a point in history where what is it? Polytheism? Like multiple gods? Where that comes at a head to monotheism, mainly against Christianity. And it's the polytheism side, the guy who's running the show is a big moon worshiper. And then eventually the moon gets subsided for the one God in Christianity. And that is kind of like what's happening here. Marika is like we see her in the crucified pose, and she's the mono god. Even though she's not really a god, she's kind of like playing at one because she's only a god because of the Elden Ring. So she's not really a god. She's just kind of like, she just has the power of one because of the Elden Ring. But in the story, she's kind of representing the monotheism coming against polytheism, and she's saying, well, the Erd tree really governs all, not the moon. But the moon is older than the tree, and the moon has much more power than expected. The Erd tree has grace and all that stuff, and it can level us up and that, but the moon has this illusion power, this charming power, this bewitching power. It has a power that is older and wiser and more cunning and more subversive. It's not as direct. The moon works in cycles. It works in long-term plans. It has been here before we have been, and it'll be here long after we're gone. So then she says, become one with the order, or divest thyself of it. Divest thyself of order, to wallow at the fringes, a powerless upstart. Rennala, if you do not become part of the Golden Order, if you do not say the Erd tree governs all, you will wallow at the fringes, a powerless upstart, and I'm going to send my champion Radigan to take you down. But guess what? It don't work. The Erd tree and the moon have to be seen as equals.
To strength, let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me.
I'm giving Melina all that information we just shared.
The principles you would follow.
Very good. Okay, now, did Marika know the attack would fail? Did she know that the attack would fail? It's quite possible. We were talking about this is a Blessed Dew talisman, but it depicts a drop of Erd Tree sap. Maybe Marika is secretly a moon worshiper. Maybe she is secretly a moon worshiper. Because of that dew thing. And just like the plans, the eternal plans. The Eternals have the black moon. So could she be... but maybe the black moon is in opposition to the full moon. Uh-oh, Golden Detriment. That means there should be a bear over here. Right? Unless it's those guys who are pooping gold. Can we see anything here? Just a chasm into the water. Any lilies? Any arterial leaves? What are these? Sunflowers pointing towards the Erd tree. There's no sun, so they have to look at the Erd tree for light. It's also like if you think maybe Marika is secretly a moon girl. She's a witchy woman. She likes the moon. And if you want the moon to have more power, then take power away from the sun. So entirely possible. What we got here? Or she could be a black moon worshiper and she's pissed about the full moon. Oh, this is pretty. There's some rats. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're getting mad. It's madness. Oh, geez. The Eye of Sauron. One eye. Their eyes have been put together and we get one big eye and we get to see the truth. Even the rats are going mad. So we're on the right path. Did you drop something? I heard that this should stop the... Oh wait, crap. Let me get rid of these guys before we start going up there. Alright, somebody told me the Mimic's Veil prevents madness buildup. Let's see if that's true. Oh my god! It does! This... Oh, excellent! What does this mean? Marika's Mischief. By being a mimic, by doing Marika's Mischief, you can be protected from madness? Is this... If Hyetta is a parallel to Marika, then was Marika protected from learning about a maddening truth because of the Mimic's Veil, because of mimicry? Oh. Haha. Haha. This is so awesome. Ah, I got eyes. It's floating eyes. Oh, wait. No, this one isn't working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. I was kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Oh, God. It can still see me. Ah! Okay, we gotta sneak back again. Okay, so you have to have the mimic... No, I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't. I don't know why it was working. I guess it wasn't supposed to work that way. Also, what is up with that? Where does that lead to? Oh, I didn't know you could do this way. Oh, no. I guess this is the way you're supposed to go. Do I have anything to reduce madness buildup? I don't think I have anything to... No, not yet. Do I have anything I can eat to reduce madness buildup? I don't think we have that yet. Let's see. Robust... I think focus is... Focus is madness. Oh, but I don't have golden Roa. Oh, you need golden Roa for all this stuff. Oh, you need the power of the... You really need the power of the Erd Tree to use those things. Okay, so let's use this. I think that will do. Wow, yeah, okay, that's much better. I gotta let it drop down a bit, though. So can I jump up here? Okay, and now we're in the tower, quickly. Frenzy Flaming Tower. Oh, it's scary in here. It's scary in here. the frickin' Iosarm. But this is making me think of all of the eyes coming together, and I think we're going to see that. But you can hear the chittering of the madness from them. Owl of Shabriri. Okay, we'll look at that after we finish this tower. So let's say, wait, am I safe on the... Okay, so I am safe here. No, I'm not. Okay, but we can see that it's their eyes are coming together. Their madness is coming together to create the eye. And then once we kill them, the eye is gone. They can't summon it anymore. So it was these maddened men coming together to create the eye. Okay. So we'll look at Howl of Shabriri in the next episode. And in the next episode, we will go look at that wizard tower. And we will also go into that town. I'm actually, before we end the episode, we're going to want to inspect all this stuff. Let me grab this Grace, because I said I would farm. So I got to farm off. Where's the... Okay, we're going to pop this Grace, but I'm going to go back on the top of the tower, and that's where we're on the episode. Okay, so we're just popping this Grace so I have something to teleport back to. But next episode will begin at the top of the tower. Do they come back on the top of the tower? That's actually... Let's check. Or are they like a one done thing? The rats should still be here. Yeah, the rats are here. Yeah. Cool. Give me a rune arc. Just golden runes. I think they don't respawn. How many rune arcs do we have? Ooh, 5. Excellent. That's awesome that I have 5 rune arcs now. I'm always in a desperate need for them. Yeah, because this is where we got Howl Shabriri, so we're going to want to look around. Make it consistent. Yeah, okay. They don't respawn. Very cool. All right, everybody. You know the drill. Let's do the thing.